A woman exposes herself on the world's newest cruise ship. Hey everybody, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things theme park, cruise, and travel. And if you're a returning viewer, make sure you click that notification bell so you never miss a video. Today's first story is coming from Royal Caribbean's newest ship, Utopia of the Seas. There has been a viral video going around, and of course it started on Facebook. We're going to have a look at the video, and then I'm going to share some of my thoughts and opinions. This incident isn't even an incident. This crime happened at Royal Caribbean's private island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay. This person, I'm not even going to call her a lady or a woman or a female, because this is not about female empowerment or body positivity. She is a criminal, in my personal opinion, allegedly. So as you can see, or as you can hear in the video, another ship is leaving Perfect Day, and this lady is out on her balcony with all of her goods and services exposed for the world to see. More importantly, for children to see. So let's think about this for a minute. If there was a man or a woman who exposed themselves around children, this would be a criminal and crime against kids. It's no different, in my opinion, if this happens on a ship, on a private island. You are not on a nude cruise. You are not on a adult only excursion or voyage. You are around other kids, and you can hear in the video that probably men and women are cheering this person on because you're on a cruise, you want to have a good time, but you really have to stop and think about the fact that this is not a Virgin Voyages cruise. The cruise you're on is not a Virgin Voyages cruise. This cruise line that you're sailing with, as well as the cruise ship passing you in port, are kid and family friendly cruises. So why would this alleged criminal think that it's okay to go out on their balcony and show everything they have off to the world? It is predatory, in my opinion, and this lady should be found and should go to jail for what she has done. There is no excuse for her behavior, in my opinion, of course. She's not guilty of anything because she hasn't even been charged with a crime. However, it is my unprofessional, unsolicited opinion that Royal Caribbean should find out who this lady is, and they should take legal action. And if it were me and my kids were on either Utopia of the Sea, which they were about a week ago, or on the cruise ship that got to see this display, I, as a parent, would definitely be contacting Royal Caribbean and letting them know that this is absolutely predatory behavior. They need to set an example for how they are going to treat indecent exposure, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. No body positivity here. No excuses or reasons are validated, in my opinion, as to why this person would do this. And let's take it a little step further. If you want to go on a cruise that is a nude cruise, by all means do that. As a matter of fact, Norwegian is going to be doing a cruise in early 2025. Maybe this lady should have booked that cruise instead. Maybe she got confused, but I really don't think so. Now, if you want to get naked on a cruise or on your balcony, by all means, do so on the appropriate cruise. And yes, there is a cruise you can do that. And I think this lady, whoever she is, should really look into this going forward. But to be honest with you, she shouldn't look into it because she shouldn't be allowed on any cruise ship, on any cruise line. But that's just my opinion. But if you are looking to have a little extra exposure on a all-adult, nude-friendly cruise, there is an annual cruise called the Big Nude Boat, and it's actually coming up in February of 2025. More specifically, February 3rd through the 14th. So if you're interested, book that cruise. It's on the Norwegian Cruise Line. Go to their website, look it up, and then you can legally show all your goods and services as much as you want. So if you've been here on my channel for a while, you know I always like to give my advice and my opinions on how to make situations better. So in my opinion, the only way to make sure that this never happens again is for Royal Caribbean to step up, make a public statement, find this person, criminal allegedly, and take legal action against them. They should be banned. They should be banned from all cruise lines. There should be an example set that they are not going to allow indecent exposure in front of children, and that they take this matter very seriously. But what do you guys think about this story? Do you think it was okay and it was just harmless fun? Or do you think she was potentially traumatizing kids who have already been victimized by something like this, and then they see it again, which is going to be a very hard conversation for those parents to have with those children? And even if a child hasn't been victimized, it's still going to be a very uncomfortable conversation for those parents to have with those children. But of course, as my husband says, I love the drama and I like to over dramatize everything. So what do you guys think? Am I being over dramatic, or should this lady be found and be held accountable for her actions and the possible trauma that she could have allegedly caused little kids? If you think about it, let's say the cruise ship that she was on, or the cruise ship that was passing by her, had a capacity of 5,400 passengers, which they don't. That's Utopia of the Seas. Yes? Want to learn about cruise ship capacities? No? Okay. Love you, baby. Mwah. Now, of course, the cruise that was leaving Perfect Day doesn't have a capacity of 5,400 unless it was Icon of the Seas. Does anybody know what ship that was passing by Utopia when this lady was showing all her goods and services? Let me know in the comments below. But for the sake of the example, let's say that the cruise passing by had a capacity of 5,400. Let's say that 2,000 of them were out on that side of the ship and had visibility to this unsolicited show. Hey Siri. I hate her.
A few moments later.
So let's say 1/4 of the people seeing this free show are children. That is 500 children who saw this show. That is 500 children that are potentially traumatized. And let's say that it's not even 500 children that are traumatized. Let's say 1/4 of those children are now traumatized, or it just caused some sort of negative impact on them. That is 125 children who were potentially, allegedly, for the sake of this example, traumatized or negatively impacted based off of my example. So if Royal Caribbean decided to take legal action and prosecute her for indecent exposure, that could allegedly be 125 counts of indecent exposure, or whatever that charge is. I don't know, because I don't run around doing that kind of advertisement. I'm sure so many different people are going to have so many different opinions and so many different variations of what they feel should happen. Maybe you don't feel anything should happen and we should just keep on cruising along, or you feel that the judicial system should throw the book at her and then throw her under the jail. Make sure you let me know your thoughts and your opinions below. I'm very curious as what you have to say about this story. That's going to be it for today's story. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you want to stay up to date on all things theme park, cruise, and travel, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video. Until next time,